Hi, I'm Carl Erickson. We're out here at T1G Group, which is a world-class training facility for America's finest. Now, while 95% of our clients are special ops military units, we do offer classes to select civilian clientele. Now, to me, the most important class available to civilians is one that we offer to executives and civilians that are going to be traveling overseas, and that's called high-risk travel. Now, while it may not be a real fancy name, what it does is it covers a lot of the things that can really make you safer when you're traveling overseas. We start the course off with basic terrorism awareness, teach you how they actually plan these terrorist operations. It's not all about carrying lots of guns and having a security detail around. It's knowing what the terrorists are doing to plan these targets. These are not just random acts of violence. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and once you learn how they conduct those terrorist operations, you can make yourself a harder target. Part of that becoming a hard target is having what we call combat mindset, being more situationally aware to what's going on around you. We cover in detail what we call travel safe, how to travel through the airports, how to travel on the trains, how to travel in the taxis or rented vehicles. There's lots of little things that better to learn it from the pros so that you're not learning and having to make your own mistakes overseas. These are tried and proven techniques that we're going to teach you. From there, we go into weapons training. Now, this is not just a basic weapons course that you can get anywhere across the country. We're going to get into like high-risk concealed carry techniques, but we're also going to go into the kind of weapons that you might find overseas in those areas that you may be traveling in. So we'll take the area that you, the client, are actually getting ready to go travel into. We'll nail down whatever the different types of weapon systems are that can be found in that area. Some areas you may find AKs, you may find AR or M16 platforms in others. Pistol-wise, we'll go the whole gamut from one end to the other. We're going to teach you how to load fire, reduce malfunctions, how to do a emergency battle site zero, all these things for each type of weapon that you'll find there. And we're going to get into driving. Now, we're going to teach you how, don't just waste those few rounds that you might have for that pistol. We're going to teach you how that vehicle that you're in is your best weapon. Save that ammo for when that vehicle finally dies. We're going to teach you how to fight with that vehicle, how to do the high-speed vehicle dynamics so that you can make more space and get away from the people that are pursuing you. We'll teach you not just how to do the pit maneuver, the positive immobilization technique that you see on TV, the cops using to spin the cars out, but we'll also teach you how to counter against it for when somebody's trying to do that against you. We'll teach you breakout drills such as how to properly ram a car to get out of a area where you're boxed in. And then we're also going to get into some what we call austere vehicle repairs, such as how to patch that bullet hole in your radiator using nothing more than a Leatherman. Now, you can watch this stuff on the internet, but just watching it, that's not going to help you. You need to get to a course where you can actually sit down and put hands on. Every student in the class is going to patch a radiator. Every student in the class is going to make a new serpentine belt for that engine out of duct tape and 550 cord. You can learn how to plug tires. Now, almost everybody knows how to plug a tire with a plug kit. What about when you don't have a plug kit? We're going to teach you how to use everything from rubber gloves to 550 cord. We're even going to teach you how to weld shut bullet holes in that plastic gas tank so that you can then keep moving with it. Right now, that's just a few of the minor things we're going to teach you when you come do this course. We're also going to get into medicine, and we're not talking basic first aid. We're talking tactical combat casualty care. What to do when that bullets start flying and there's actually a real gunshot wound right there. The first time you've ever treated a real gunshot wound, you don't want it to be on the guy next to you. You're going to get hands-on, you're going to treat it right here. We're also going to get into escapology, so how to get out of chains or duct tape, how to pick handcuffs, how to pick locks. But then we're also going to get into how to make the expedient tools needed. And we're not going to cover stuff like that on the internet. Why? Because we don't want the enemy to see the TTPs, the tactics, techniques, and procedures that we're going to teach you during the course, how to properly hide that stuff and how to make those field expedient tools. All right, so you're going to learn a lot coming through here. One of the main things, and that I think is the most important, is surveillance detection. You're going to learn to spot those little things, those little mistakes that the enemy is making, so that you can then spot the surveillance and then take the appropriate steps to make yourself, again, that harder target. So yeah, you can watch all the little videos on the internet. You can go buy all the little whiz gadgets, but unless you've had the proper training how to use them, knowledge is power. Knowledge can be your best weapon. So if you're interested in this, and these are the skills that you need to learn before your next trip overseas, I highly encourage you to reach out to Tier 1 Group and sign up for our next high-risk travel course.